I'm Alexander Surya-Jan. It's 1:19 p.m., September 4th. So a piece of this may be these guys pretending to be these law enforcement agents in this new age investigation company, secret police, CIA, whatever. And they got this advanced technology that they stole. They also got advanced video imaging software and even voice technology where they can potentially mimic voices, and they're trying to learn how to use sound engineering in order to mimic voices, where they could use like create the president of the United States voice and then use a deep fake imaging hustle where it looks like the president and sounds like the president. And then they even have surrounding imaging that can recreate the surroundings of the president, for instance, him in the Oval Office or something, and it looks real. So there's terrorists running some new age investigation company, surveillance company. They're claiming to be secret police or whatever the fuck they're doing, not sure. And then they have deep fakes. I've never seen it. I hear about it, and I'm just imagining what these weirdos are doing. But because they'll sometimes people actually think I'm places I'm not. So I've never seen how authentic this looks. But if people are falling for it, what the hell's going on? It must look authentic. Not sure, but if it does, because I've seen some deep fakes that look pretty real. So, but either way, they supposedly have some communication platform, and then they're using deep fakes, and then they're even learning how to manufacture real voice, so voice that actually sounds like the person who's speaking. They also have ways to take audio from YouTube videos, phone conversations, etc. They make something called a word bank, and then from their word bank, they'll take individual words and create sentences with them, and do audio splicing and create sentences from a word bank is what they call it, and splice audio. So they can make so you could say all sorts of stuff on the phone, on YouTube, Twitter, what have you, and they have your voice, and then they'll take your voice and chop up audio and take individual words. They'll take individual words, pieces, and then splice them into sentences. I don't know how it sounds, but there could be ways to make it sound like a real voice just through splicing audio bits of single words. And then they could use those to construct sentences. So that's another tactic. But these guys using these deep fakes and these voice mimicry systems, then communicating with the global platform, they may be using that for their new age investigation company, contacting people covertly, claiming they're President Biden, and be like, "Welcome, you made it to the CIA." Blah blah blah. I don't know what they do. Some I don't think they do it like that. They may make it more official because they're always trying to look official, and could be contacting people and telling them some story about the government stealing their money or property or something, and they try to recruit people to these wars while using the president's face and their voice or something, and tricking people they're in the CIA or the Illuminati CIA or God knows what, and they could be recruiting people to these secret police using these imaging hustles and voice mimicry systems, and people may not know how to identify if it's real or fake. So one thing, if someone does that, contact the real person, like, "Yo, someone sent me this. Is it real?" So do that. But they'll also try to operate around this system where they try to claim it's covert, so you don't contact him. Just contact him. Be smart, because that's part of their system of controls. They make these weird rules, and that's kind of how they keep stuff under the government radar. But if you operate outside of that system, it brings it to their attention. So if something like that happens to you, send it to CIA, FBI, UN, the president, etc., just to make sure. But they may be doing stuff like that and recruiting people to their covert intelligence community when they're not even intelligence, they're really criminals, rapists, murderers, IP theft, IP thieves, data thieves, and involved in economic espionage and more. So they got all sorts of tactics and hustles like that. So be wary. Not to mention, they also have their global terrorist weapon and a global communications platform, ways they can spread messages to people, to a large group of people covertly in other ways as well. And then they could use their, deep fake imaging hustles as well as their voice mimicry systems and, you know, pretend to be a president or some leader and promote messages, ideas, promote harm that way, etc. So that's another piece of this. So I'd look into that. Some of their system, they can even pivot from system to system. Supposedly they have a large group of people connected in a gambling ring, and they can, you know, shut down the gambling ring and put a new system on where they're all connected. So they have different ways to like um, uh, change the appearance of their system and their communications. And ways to open and close things real fast and open up something new. So they got a lot of weird tactics, is what I've been analyzing based off of what I'm told and things I hear. So they can basically like have a gambling ring, remodel it into something else within seconds. And they can do that so they can like shape shift their platform where they all communicate and are connected, and they can shift its shape and make it take different forms at a moment's notice in order to fulfill their agendas, kind of jazz. Praise Jesus.